All right, let's go ahead and try 16. Let me erase this quickly. All right, 16. Let's go ahead and factor. Nothing to factor on top, and nothing to factor on bottom. So we're in business. Domain x cannot equal 1. So our vertical asymptotes, x equals 1, and our x-intercepts, they're going to be none, because x squared plus 2, if we set that equal to 0 from the numerator, x squared equals negative 2, which means that x equals the square root of negative 2, which we know how to deal with if we're talking about imaginary numbers, but we're not graphing on the complex plane, so no imaginary numbers allowed. So no x-intercepts here. Lastly, we either need a horizontal or a slant asymptote, and since x squared is bigger than x, we're going to get a slant asymptote, and let me put in a placeholder for x. Divided by x minus 1. What do we get? X minus x, so we subtract down and get positive x. And divide again, we'll get plus 1. And subtract down, we get 3. But remember, we don't care about the remainder for these problems, so we have a slant asymptote at y equals x plus 1. Let's go ahead and graph this thing. We have a vertical asymptote at 1. We have the slant asymptote y equals x plus 1. So I'll go up 1, make a dot, go up 1 over 1 to find my slope. And there that is, and we do not have any intercepts. So how is this graph going to look? Not sure. Let's go to the graphing calculator and find out. Y equals, in parentheses, x squared plus 2 divided by, in parentheses, x minus 1 and there we have it. So it looks like that. So here and here. All right, that's it for 16.